I'm listening to Mark Levin. This is a total imbecile. I cannot listen to this sycophant, this phony, this fraud, this idiot, this human piece of trash called Mark Levin without making a comment. He's an activist, and there's nothing wrong with being an activist. His job as an activist is to use rhetorical, persuasive language and say whatever he has to say with whatever sensational, insulting, ridiculing, profane, attention-getting language. He can dish it out, but he can't take it. It's about time somebody pushes hard on Levin and exposes that fool for what he is, along with the good Dr. Phil. What a pair of phonies, what a pair of frauds, what a pair of sycophants these clowns are. They pretend to be one thing. They pretend no spin here like Big O'Reilly. No spin here. Only the truth, and I get the best information. I know the truth, and no spin here. I'm right, 100% right. And you're wrong. I would get in the face of O'Reilly. I'd get in the face of Levin. I'd get in the face of the good Dr. Phil and say to them directly, as I'm saying right now, no, Phil, no O'Reilly, no Bill, and especially no Mark Levin. I'm not wrong. You are wrong. You are wrong. And take that mirror and push it right into Levin's face. And not only are you wrong, Levin, but you're ugly too. Well, what the hell you think about that? And when you face men like this, I'm only 5'2.5", and I tell you that directly. You stand up like General Mattis, good posture. If I had power in my body, I'm telling it to you directly about power in my body, and I shook hands with Trump, I'll grab that son of a gun by his hands and pull him right off balance so he tastes the power I have. It's very important, my friends, when you listen to a schoolyard bully like a Donald John Trump, like a Dr. Phil, like a Mark Levin, like a Ben Shapiro, and all the rest of them, that you push back hard on them. Their kind of presentation, their kind of arguments, their kind of just their existence in front of me is an insult to my intelligence, and more importantly than that, it's an insult to my personhood. Who do you think I am, Phil? Who do you think I am, Levin? You were talking to... Now, Phil, now, Levin, you're going to shut up. I told you to shut up, Phil. I told you to shut up, Levin. I'm going to talk and you will listen. If you don't give me my respect, I take my respect from people like you. And I would tell them directly, I don't like you. Phil, I don't like what you stand for. I don't like what you look like. Levin, same. Ben Shapiro and all of them. I don't like what you look like. I don't like what you stand for, and I'm going to tell you all about it. I'm here to talk about it. And you will not stop me. You can't stop me. I'm going to present you with evidence. I'm going to present you with argument and shaft you with your own argument. Who the hell do you think you're talking to? That's what I'd say to these men. Listening to Dr. Phil and listening to Levin tonight is an experience in extreme idiocy, extreme arrogance. And I tell them so. They make no argument. They produce no evidence that in any way substantiates the activism they're promoting. And I tell them so. That's all. The point is somebody has to push back directly, aggressively, and right in the face of a Mark Levin, a Ben Shapiro, a Dr. Phil. The worst of the bunch is Dr. Phil, because he's a big phony. He pretends I don't know anything about politics. Well, then why don't you shut up, Phil? And Phil, I'm here to tell you, Phil, you don't know anything about psychology either, Phil. And I'm prepared to back up every word I'm saying right in Phil's face. I've never seen anybody worship the orange god like Dr. Phil. What a hypocrite, what a phony, what a fraud. And he pretends he's being objective. That's what really bothers me. This bum pretends he's being objective. And this really insults whatever little intelligence I may have, and nobody does that. Nobody does that. But you gotta stand like a man. Sometime, my friend, sometime you have to stand up like a man and stand up straight and muscular, good posture, and put it right to Dr. Phil, Mark Levin, Ben Shapiro, and Donald John Trump. Directly right to him and expose him. So when you got individuals like these, you just follow wherever they go and expose them. Here's what Levin says. But here's what I say in response to what Levin says. Here's what Dr. Phil says. But here's what I say in direct response and opposition to Dr. Phil. Right back at him. Right back at him. You don't let him get away with anything. My question to you is, how do a man live with himself if he doesn't push back on these maggots, these turds, these pure social insults to listen to? These are nothing but big city roaches right here. And I'm calling them out.